designated drunk driver.
We're going to the zoo.
You boys like Mexico?
That's right.
That's funny, dude.
Should we do a little behind the weave stuff? What are you thinking?
Yeah. So, besides being one of the heaviest rugs in your inventory,
We charge by the pound.
yeah, dude. I don't know what it is with this company. They're super nice. I really like them, but trying to photograph them, they're always the heaviest. So tell me about this rug. What are we looking at?
All right, well, we're looking at an Indo-Nepalese rug. This is made clearly for the modern market. This is a modern rug. It's a new rug. It's hand knotted. It's hand scored. It's made with a Tibetan weaving technique where the rug is actually woven over these long steel rods that extend all the way across the width of the rug. So it would have there would have been a steel rod from here to here going across the loom in between the warp of this rug. Then it's woven over that rod. The pile of the rug is woven over that rod and positioned into place. That's different than anywhere else in the world. They don't really weave like that anywhere else. I think maybe some small spots in France way back in the day. But it's completely unique, and you can see if a rug is woven that way by looking at the pile. And maybe you can get this later on. You can do some close-ups. But you can see these little ridges that go all the way across the rug. And that's indicative of that Tibetan weaving technique. But this is an Indo-Nepalese, meaning this piece was woven in India. They've sort of absorbed that weaving technique and they've made it that way in India. The hand scoring is done after the piece is woven and it's washed. It's ready for some of its final treatments, and the hand scoring will begin then. You'll notice that this has like a high and a low portion. The higher portion it's viscose from bamboo, and that's cut out to remain higher than the wool portion of the pile. So that they use these little tip shears, like these curved scissors, and they trim out the pile. So that's all done by hand. It's a lot of work. I've done it myself. It's tedious and takes a long time to do properly. And if you don't spend the time to do it right, you'll have loose threads and sprouts and things that are just not desirable for the end client.
How long do you think it would take? These guys, not you.
To weave the rug, or like from start to finish? Start to finish, this is 2 weavers working 6 to 8 months.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
8 months with 2 guys?
Yeah.
I need to spend more time on my paintings. Like, oh my God.
Yep. 2 weavers.
Yeah.
So if it's a single weaver, you're looking at a year to make a rug like this.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's really wild. And that's if the loom is prepped and ready. If the loom isn't prepped, like say this was wider for some reason, like a 15 by 15, then the loom would have to be built and prepped out.
Yeah.
That's another month.
Yeah.
Just to do that.
Yeah.
It's a thing. I mean, there's a reason that hand-knotted rugs do have a higher value, and a big part of it is that craftsmanship.
Yeah.
It's not only that, like you can't just turn any random person into a weaver. It has to be someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have to actually have years of experience to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And to do it quickly. Like 6 months is fast.
Yeah.
For 2 weavers.
Yeah. And what would it retail for?
This rug retails at around $24,000, $25,000, something like that.
Yeah.
I have to check the exact numbers for you.
Yeah. And then you're customizing this rug. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, the client actually wants it cut into a square. So right now it's about 12 by 15, and I need to cut it into a 12 by 12, which means we got to crop her down, and we'll have a nice 3-foot remnant left over to maybe make a runner with, something like that. But my job today is to get it prepped for the cut, make the cut clean, make sure that it goes off without a hitch, and then start the whole preparation and serging phase.
Yeah.
So I'll, just like it's hand serged now, I'll go through and I'll actually hand serge it myself. It's more difficult to hand serge a rug once it's off loom and you're cutting it down the way that I'm doing, rather than it like actually being on loom or when it's just finished like that. It's a little easier to do. Yeah. So there's just more steps to prepare it so that you don't get like this weird rippled edge.
Yeah. How long will that take you for this rug?
Probably about 10, 12 hours, something like that.
Okay.
I figure about an hour a foot, but that includes prep time.
Yeah.
Because once I get it prepped, I can kind of cruise.
Yeah.
It'll take me an hour and a half to get ready.
Yeah. Nice. You do a lot of custom rugs, don't you? At least here.
I do a fair amount of customization.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if I didn't know how to do that, if we didn't offer that service, I don't know how much we would sell.
Yeah.
It's every single job that we do. We
Really?
end up customizing something. For the most part, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but 88% of jobs,
9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 are custom.
I'm customizing something.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, most people here, they have custom stuff. It's kind of a town that...
It's just like, hey, no two houses are really laid out exactly the same, and people have weird pieces of furniture that they don't want to work around, or weird cuts in the wall, things like that. So we just have to work around those.
Epic. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful rug. And 8 months.
Something like that.